Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday. It is the 15th day of April 2024. And in the United States, you know what that means. Tax time. But anyway, I hope you're having a good Monday. I hope your family is safe and healthy, that you're safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who along with the first responders out here every day trying to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean. And those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover. Teenagers and children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia and kidnapping. Those also that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, double curses on the profiteers, and double curses on the perverts that create the demand for these heinous industries. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game yesterday at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks won their 50th game and clinched the second seed in the East. Second seed in the East. By beating the Chicago Bulls in overtime, 120-119. Tough, hotly contested game. And this is what some Knicks and Knicks Nation don't understand. This is the type of game that's like a playoff game. And as we have been saying all along, we knew that this season was going to come down to the final game, the final week of the season. And it did. This is the type of game you don't criticize how the coach coached. You don't criticize how the players played. All you want to know in this type of game is, did they win? And they did. It's the type of game that's a scrape, scrap, high-level league, NBA action where everybody is bringing all they got in desperation, both Chicago and New York, as well as other teams, to win. Okay? Everything that you did over 82 games coming from training camp, the whole season comes down to these games. So now the Knicks are in the second seed. They escaped yesterday. Of course, JB dropped 40. Vincenzo 25. Tom, as usual, went 8 deep. Went to Achua, Bogdanovich, and McBride. Robinson was not available. They did not say why he wasn't available. I'm sure we will find out today at some point. Let me look at the injury reports if they put anything out. But they just did. After he played a few minutes, he was not available. He's not on the injury report. So Tom Thibodeau mentioned maybe it was just maintenance and maybe it was just saving him because now you got a week off. And every team that's in the playoffs, especially the top 6 teams, they have this whole week off to recover, to sharpen, to study film, to get ready. The Knicks will be playing either the Philadelphia 76ers or the Miami Heat. For different reasons, these teams are good matchups for the Knicks, either one, okay? Even with Joel Embiid. If y'all been following the Knicks for the last few years, you will understand Mitchell Robinson is ready for Joel Embiid. So is Isaiah Hartenstein. So we're not scared of Philly. Now we got Dante DiVincenzo. Now, Tyrese Maxey is tough. Ain't no joke. But you don't want to see DiVincenzo or OG, especially Dukes. So we good, and we ready. And Miami, we got some business from last year to deal with. So one way or another, it don't matter to me which one they play. Let's get it on. So the Knicks get a week off to heal. That means everybody's getting a chance to get right for the Knicks. And then during the 7-game series, there's no back-to-backs. So you get to play, get a couple of days rest, study, and come back and play again. That's why in the 7-game series in the NBA, the best team wins. Period. End of story. The best team wins. Now, sometimes injuries do occur. As last year, the Milwaukee Bucks lost Giannis during the playoffs in Miami and ended up beating them because without Giannis, Miami was the better team. Okay? Giannis is now resting his hamstring, okay? Resting, getting ready to come back for the playoffs. So you can expect a different Bucks team who is now the 3rd seed. The Bucks will have to face Indiana in the 3rd seed. And of course now you have Boston having to deal with either Philly or Miami, or whoever ends up winning, coming in eighth place for the eighth spot in the play, and you still got Chicago and Atlanta battling that out as well. So this is going to be a dogfight, and that's what's the disadvantage of the play-in. That's why everybody wants to avoid it. You got to play games in desperation to just get to the playoffs. Okay, that wears out your team a little bit. No, not that much rest. So now they got Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, and Philly. They got to battle it out to see who's going to be 7th and 8th seed. The rest of the 6 teams is resting, studying film, scouting, getting ready. Okay, so the Knicks are in a very strong position right now. They would be home court advantaged all the way until the Eastern Conference Finals if it should go there. And the Knicks are in a position to get there. Okay, it's no guarantees. We're in the league. This is the playoffs. But they finished 2nd in the East for a reason. Missing Julius Randle, missing Mitchell Robinson, missing OG Anunoby, and still 2nd best team in the East for the season. Okay, hats off to Tom Thibodeau. Hats off to the management staff at the New York Knicks with the Don leading the crew. Hats off to the team for the guttiness, the grittiness. Hats off to people like Isaiah Hartenstein, Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, Deuce McBride that stepped up when our bigger guys, our star guys, our regular guys were out. Hats off to all of them. And now we're getting ready for the playoffs, what we've been looking for the whole season. Now, beginning of the year, I predicted 4-6 as far as Eastern seeding and 50 wins. We got 50 wins, and they did better than 4-6. They're in the 2nd seed. So now they're going to play again, either Miami or Philly, coming this weekend. I think it's Saturday. They start the playoffs in the league. So now the Knicks have this whole week to rest. And, of course, they're going to be at home. So they're not traveling nowhere. It's all good. So I'm really excited, as you should be, for our team. Whoever we play in the first round, doesn't matter. I'm favoring the Knicks, whether it's Miami or Philly, doesn't matter. We're favoring the Knicks anyway, so that's okay. We're going to go from there, okay? Mitchell Robinson's going to be ready. Hartenstein's going to be ready. OG is rounding into form. Of course, Brunson is going to be playoff Brunson. You already seen that. Last 2 games of the season, you saw playoff Brunson. Playoff Brunson is a whole different level of Brunson. Okay, a whole different level. We have not had a point guard on this level since a man named Walt Clyde Frazier. Well, we had some good ones now. We've had some good ones. Starberry, he was good. We had some good ones in the interim. Microwave Richardson, we had some good ones in the interim, but not on this level. Not on this level. All NBA, All-Star, Jalen Brunson is going to be ready. Okay? The thing about Brunson above all, he wants to win badly, just as badly as Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau and him understand each other in this regard. And so the Knicks are going to come. Somebody's got hell to pay when the playoffs are here. Precious Achiuwa stepped up big, both yesterday when Mitch Rob couldn't come back and during the season. Again, hats off, okay? Bodega 44 is no longer, some of y'all will be glad to hear, he's no longer Bodega 44 bum. He's Bodega 44. And he's doing his thing offensively. He's now getting into his shot. He's being covered up defensively. He gives effort. Some of y'all mistake the talent of defense versus the effort in defense. He gives effort. Like when Juju wasn't playing defense, he wasn't giving effort. He got the talent. Bodega don't actually have the talent. Slow foot, very slow foot speed, but they cover him up on the second unit, and of course we know he can shoot the lights out. So he's better, even Bodega though, is better than the Frenchie we had. Much better on the defensive end of the floor because he tries harder, okay? And he's much better on the defensive end of the floor. So he's not all NBA by any means, but that shooting with the covering up on the defensive side with Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein, Deuce, all of them, it's going to be big for us in the playoffs. Okay, so now we have that. And so, we're in pretty good shape, though. We're in pretty good shape. And then everybody gets to rest, so here we come. So it's going to be on starting this weekend. Meantime, I'm going to be doing some college scouting this week. That's good. I usually use this type of time and the time at the All-Star break to look at the college players out there and see, because I feel like the Knicks might want to choose a late first rounder or early second rounder with the picks they have. They may trade some of the picks to move them down forward if they don't want anybody to, earlier than that. They don't really need anybody. Any rookie, which some of y'all still don't get, I'm going to tell you, that the Knicks get is not going to play for 2 seasons. I want y'all to hear that again, because some of y'all are going to trip and act like somebody can break the rotation next year. Nobody in the college ranks is going to break the New York Knicks rotation. Period. Any rookie they draft is going to play 2 years from now. Okay? So they could be drafting somebody they can groom, drafting somebody they can develop for 2 years from now. Not for now. Okay? Now, if there's a big move for Mikal Bridges, we'll address that. Now the draft capital will be going toward that. We'll talk about that also during this coming week. But I'm going to be looking at the college talent and looking at late first, because now that Dallas pick is going to be a late first round pick, looking at that to see what might be available for the Knicks. And we'd be not looking at point guards, obviously. We're not looking at shooting guards. No. We'd be looking at some wings, maybe some 4s, something like that. See what's out there. We don't need no 5s either. We're good. So, but we're looking for somebody that's going to play 2 years from now. Okay? Think about that as we go through this week. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your Monday. Be safe out there. So